Okay, I think here it shows, right? This is the commit message. So I just changed this to star. This is the latest commit anyway. Okay. So this is what the latest commit message it will show. First time build, keeping change log, and here. So it did an ls at the end. Ls it printed readme to do project. This is what we have here, right? If you go to the main one, so it actually downloaded the code and it actually it's showing these two files. Let's go to the backend also and verify. Okay. Where is your backend? Here it is. If you go back to jobs, right? So now you will see two jobs. One is the Python to-do project that we created. Okay. So if you go to build, so in the Python to-do project, you are seeing three things: config.xml, next build number, build. Okay. If you go inside build, okay, you would see this is the first one, right? So one, and inside this you have this build XML. So this is actually just details about the jobs you would find it here. But actually the job, you don't have the source code here, right? Source code is present in the workspace part. You see here, even in the logs it says building in workspace. So this is the part it actually downloaded the source code from Git. Okay, so let's go to that part. Varlib Jenkins, go to workspace. Inside workspace, you see there are two projects. So this is a temp. I don't know, this not required. So this is the one, right, where you have CD. Okay, see, this is where it actually cloned the project. So if you go inside, this is where your source code also would be present. Okay, so here all these files, right? The Docker file, the requirements.txt and everything. So everything got saved here. Everything got it's running here. Okay. So next step, what we'll do is let's try to run this. Okay. Also, the second step, what we will try to do is let's add some other parameters to our the same job. Okay, same Python job. So if you go to configure again. Okay. So first step we did successfully, right? Source code management. We were able to download the source code using this credentials, and this branch also worked actually. Feature Docker. This is the branch we wanted. It worked, and then so if you click on poll SCM, okay, you can actually read about it here. Okay. No schedules will run due to SCM change. If you can specify the time, basically, so only at this time it will try to poll the source code management, which is GitHub, and if there are any changes, it will try to run. Okay, so this option also you have. Or otherwise, trigger build remotely, otherwise build periodically. GitHub hook for Git SCM polling. So this is actually specifically given for GitHub. Okay, so if you click on this, what happens is it will actually GitHub. There are certain hooks you might be commit hooks, pre-commit hooks, and all will be there. So you can actually integrate with that as well. Okay, so let's give this GitHub hook. Okay, and this the next step we'll try to do this. Okay, I will try to make some changes here. Let's see if automatically if it's getting triggered. Okay, so I made this change. I have apply, save. Okay, I have made the change. So now if I go ahead and make any changes to the source code here, so let me try to modify some file, just a readme file I will try to modify. Okay, just testing. Okay, so I'm just committing this one. now if I go back to our job, let's see if it has triggered automatically. I don't think it has. Okay, now the commit is successful. Okay, I think okay, let's do it as poll SCM. Okay, let's give poll SCM, right? Let's try with this again. I think this only works when you have hooks we need to set up, okay? So if you see at the left, you would see polling has not run yet. Polling has not run yet. Okay, let me check on this, right? I'm not sure why it's not. So maybe in the next session when we are doing the pipeline jobs, right, I will check on that and I'll get back why it's not auto triggering. Ideally, when you commit some code here, okay, it should automatically trigger a new job. So that should happen. So let's try that. I think somebody's video is on. Can you turn it off, please? EVA Kumar, I think your video is on accidentally. So turn it on. Turn it off. Okay. Can somebody inform him to turn his video on? Yes, Yogesh, you have any doubt? Okay, so this I'll check back, guys. I'm not sure why it's not. I think it is waiting on something. Okay, so the next step, what we'll try to do is, okay, let's go to configure job again. Okay, and so this for some reason it's not working. Let me try to give it a false start. Okay, in the build step, what we'll try to do is let's try to run that GitHub command. Okay, let's try to run that. What did we try to run? So for now, I'm just trying to show it to you guys that the application is running. Okay, pip install -r requirement .txt. Okay, and okay, let's try with this first. Okay. Save. Let's see if it is running properly. Okay, it failed. Why did it fail? Pip not found. Okay, so like you see here, it says the Python pip is not installed, right? So we have two options here. Either we manually go ahead and install it from backend. So here also, if I'm trying to run it here, right? So this is the part it is trying to run, right? So pip install -r requirement.txt. This is the same command that we are finding it here. Right. So either we can give this command install Python pip or something here. Okay, there is no Python also installed. Okay, so either we can do it through here or we can actually go ahead and configure it in the global tool configuration, right? If you go to manage Jenkins, global tool configuration. So there is no Python. Why there is no Python? Because we do not have a plugin also installed. Okay, go to available, click on Python, So you see, this is where you actually install the Python plugin. Okay. So download now, install without restart. Download now, install after restart. Install without restart, I'll give. So it is. So for example, in our case, we wanted Python, but that plugin was not there. Okay. So we have installed it now. Now let's go back to manage Jenkins, manage plugin. In available section, we should find Python. Okay. So there are certain things now. So let's try to run it again. Let's see what happens. And we should do a lot of trial and error this way. Okay, it failed again. So again, the Python is installed, but pip is not installed, right? That is again one other thing. So let's see if there is a plugin for pip. Okay, just a second. Let me at least write. I try to print. I try to just instead of giving this straightforward, right? Python version I will give. Let's see what version of Python is there now. So build now. Python is not found, okay? So actually we can install it manually, okay? Or we can install it through the tool, but through the tool it is not reflecting here. Global tool configuration. Okay, sorry. So if we go to configure, right? If you click here, if you go to configure, as soon as you install Python or something, as soon as you install a plugin, you would find it in the build step. Okay, so if you see here, this new thing has come, execute Python script. Okay, so we have to select that one. So this is where, so this plugin has given this feature now. Okay, so this is where you need to execute the Python script. So here I think I can type Python version. Command is correct. Okay. So now I'm just trying to see the version of Python here. Save. Let's run it now. Okay, it's still failing. I think no such file or directory. What did we give? Okay, normally how do we, any idea how do we see the version of Python or something? Python -v we give, right? Okay. I think I gave that wrong. No such file or directory. Why Python we should give the version of Python, right? Okay. Okay guys, no issues. So for now, anyways, I'll try to see. So in the next session, right, we'll try to create a pipeline job. So we'll try to do the Groovy scripting. Okay, this second type of job called pipeline job, where we'll actually try to build our application. Okay, and do the CI and CD both using Python.
Or can you check manually in the Linux machine, Python -v? There.
Okay, it says it's not found.
-v.
Yeah, -v has given. Yeah, I think that's what. When we try to install it using plugin, it should install as well. So there are two ways of installing: either manually using the backend server, or front end using the UI. So in UI we have installed it here, right? If we manage Jenkins plugins available, so we have that. But there is no Python. There is something else. Wrapper pynv is there. I think I installed some wrong version of Python. Okay. Okay, let me check on this, right? So next session I will try to figure out. So in the next session, what we'll try to do is we'll try to we'll write a Groovy script, a small Groovy script to deploy our application onto AWS only. Okay, AWS will try to deploy it onto Beanstalk or an EC2 instance. So the same application. So now, like you saw, we ran it on localhost colon 8000. We'll try to run it on a particular URL. Okay, so that will be the final deployment. So let me try to figure out, and we'll see that continuation to this we'll see in the next session. Okay. For now, I think you guys would have understood how. So what are the basics of Jenkins? Why we need CI/CD? What all comes under CI/CD? How we install Jenkins? So we tried with the Docker container how you install Jenkins, and how you installed it on EC2 machine, AWS EC2 server. So that also we saw. How we install the plugin that we saw, and the directory structure. So this is actually very important. In real life scenarios, we'll be getting inside the server and checking it, right? So this where lib Jenkins and all, so that is important. So that we have seen, we have created a pre-cell job. Hello world actually works fine. Even git clone works fine, but Python there is some issue. We'll debug it in the next session. Okay. And the next step is scripted pipeline using Jenkins file Groovy scripting. So that we will see, and we'll finally try to deploy it. Okay. So we'll the next session we'll try to do the remaining. Okay. Python 3 -, version. Okay. Yeah, I think you are right. Okay, let me quickly try it out. I think we are out of time, but let's try it out quickly. Configure Python 3 -. Let me run it. Still fails. Okay, let me try to figure out this. No issues. Okay, it should be a simple, some silly mistake only. I'll try to figure it out. Okay, thanks for attending the session. We'll connect in the next one. Thank you.